To start off, we're going to be drawing a tiny line right there, and that will represent Pusheen's forehead. I'm going to draw it a little bit deep just so that you guys can see. And once you've drawn this forehead big enough, you can add some round kitty ears. They don't have, just be careful not to make them too pointy, because if you know Pusheen, his or her ears are not that pointy. They're just round in the corners. So be careful about that. And just be sure to make them long enough. And once that is done, start drawing the body. And you can do that by making a big curve up to there before drawing the tail and drawing the rest of his body. So make a big curve and just stop it right there, like right in the middle. And here you could just draw another big curve to represent his tail. And you can also just go down and all the way. Same thing for the other side. Just make sure it aligns with the other side. And also when you're drawing from the other side, make sure you're drawing from the left ear down. So now that that is done, we are now going to draw the legs. And we're going to make the legs tiny curves on the bottom. So just draw one tiny curve and draw a line in between. It doesn't have to be too long. And draw another leg. And let's do the same thing for the other side. A tiny curve. Some space in the middle. And another tiny curve. And with the remaining space, you could just draw a line in between the space. And once that is done, you are done creating the body. For the next step, we're going to be adding some features to Pusheen. So we're going to start off by giving Pusheen a couple spots in the curve. So just draw some semicircles right on the curve where its body is supposed to be. And you also know that Pusheen has some stripes on his tail, so feel free, just add some squares on the tail. We will fill them out later. And I'm going to darken it a tiny bit. And finally, Pusheen has 3 lines on the top of his forehead. So now just draw 3 curves. I'm going to make them a little darker. So those will represent Pusheen's stripes on his forehead. And right underneath the middle, just draw a straight line. And on one side of the line, draw a curve from the bottom. See, so that it looks like that. And do the same thing with the other side. Draw a curve from that line. And right underneath the other 2 stripes, draw a big circle. And you can fill that circle in. And we're also going to be giving Pusheen some whiskers. So if you look at the right ear down, just from the corner of the right ear, draw a big curve to represent one of its whiskers and draw another on the bottom of it. And do the same thing for the other side. Draw a curve from its ear and draw another on the bottom of it. So now we are done with our Pusheen sketch.